Our top story, the ongoing fight to slow the fast-moving mosquito fire. The fire moving south tonight, fast. The latest update from CAL FIRE shows more than 13,700 acres burned. But it's expected to grow much bigger overnight. This alert wildfire camera showing just how fast it's moving tonight. A stunning image right here on your screen. This is in the Forest Hill area where evacuation orders are in place. And here's a look at the latest evacuation map. Mandatory evacuations are in red. More than 3,000 buildings are threatened. More communities, including Georgetown and Gwinnett, are added to the list. ABC 10's Van 2 is along the fire line tonight in Volcanoville.
Yeah, the Mosquito Fire making an explosive run through Volcanoville after jumping the American River, destroying structures in its path. We do have some good news tonight, though. Many landmarks in this historic gold rush town still stand, but this massive fire continues its march through the El Dorado National Forest.
We were driving between fire on both sides of Volcanoville Road.
Still shaking after evacuating Volcanoville. Her home of 20 years, 77-year-old Linda Gamble says all she can do is pray.
Lord, please keep us safe. Don't let us lose our homes. And don't let any lives be lost. That's the most important thing of all.
Gamble and her husband Chris have evacuated for wildfires 4 times before, but it was nowhere near this abrupt. Everything in this single laundry basket is all they could grab in the 10 minutes they had to leave their trailer.
We have no insurance. We have nothing. So if we lose it, we've lost everything.
The fire made a 5,000-acre run into El Dorado County, jumping the middle fork of the American River and into the gold rush town of Volcanoville. While structures were burnt, many landmarks survived, including Georgetown Fire Department 63 and the Otter School, the fire stopping at the pavement yards away from the building. The fast-moving fire forcing evacuations in several rural towns nearby. Kristen Ellen of Cool nervous for the region as she gassed up to help friends evacuate.
Now all of a sudden it's getting scary. Because once across the American River and going up into Volcanoville, it's just dry. Everything's so dry.
Extended extreme heat and excessively dry fuels keeping this fire one step ahead of fire crews. Despite evacuation orders, some holding out, owner Jason Doobie keeping a watchful eye over the American River Inn in Georgetown, a Victorian mansion with original details from the 1850s.
We've decided to shelter in place tonight. But we will leave. Life and safety is the first priority. We will leave as soon as we have to. But my 78-year-old mother's here, and we need to stay. We are packed and ready to go.
Right now, there is no word on repopulation until threats to communities are cleared. The last thing fire officials want to do is have people come back to their homes, only to evacuate again should this erratic fire change course.
Yeah, they certainly face some tough decisions. We are tracking the latest on evacuations, road closures, and the fire's growth. You can find it all on the front page at abc10.com. And now, take a look at the smoke billowing up from that fire. Thanks to Michael Sheely at the Auburn Recreation District for sharing these photos. People in and out of the fire zone seeing and feeling the effects, certainly. Meteorologist Carly Gomez, you're tracking the air quality right now.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we have been getting a lot of those photos coming in, so thank you all for sending those photos to us. Just kind of seeing the different perspectives out there in your neighborhood. And take a look at the air quality map. This is purpleair.com, where a lot of the government information also comes from, but you're seeing the fire spot itself, and that's very hazardous health conditions there. But as the winds have been pushing most of that, at least air quality and the smoke toward the east, you're seeing most of the Tahoe area in the basin there with a lot of very unhealthy to hazardous smoke and even unhealthy air quality in the red dots. Everything so far, mostly in those foothills, are still under the moderate category, but we do anticipate a lot of those winds coming into the valley later on early morning hours to mid-morning tomorrow, which is going to start bringing in a little bit of haze for us in the valley, as well as some of that smoke for tomorrow. As we take a look at this is our map here, forecast of where we see the smoke moving. As we start moving past about the midnight hours or so, you can see most of that starts moving toward areas of Sacramento. And again, most of that along 80 and 50, but 80 is really that corridor where we are anticipating some of the heavier smoke in the morning hours. So you may see that on your commute and then starting to see that back out once again tomorrow night. Now, taking a look at the winds, you're seeing pretty light to calm winds for most of the area, but of course, fire creates its own erratic behavior. So firefighters are dealing with that on their own. And then we have seen a little bit of improvement in the 30 percentile there for relative humidity, but right around where the fire is burning, we're still at 17%. Not good news. And in the Gilmore backyard right now, still a very warm night. Looking at 85 degrees in Sacramento, 94 in Stockton. It is just so hot right now as we approach midnight. We will anticipate triple-digit heat once again. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Oh, Carly, thank you. Hang in there, everyone. These high temperatures, my gosh.